Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Bianca Janel. I make videos on lifestyle. I do beauty videos, skincare, and today we are doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. It is a fall date night look. How appropriate, right? And this video is in collaboration with Gentri. Just like myself, she is another lifestyle YouTuber. She does videos on fashion, conscious living, and she even vlogs. I will leave her information above and link down below for you guys. So we decided to do this video on a fall date night look, but we thought it'd be more fun if we challenged each other by picking a color for one another. So she picked yellow. I incorporated some gold with it. I love the way that it turned out. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So as you guys saw in the intro, we are doing a fall date night look, and this is in collaboration with Gentri. She has chosen the color yellow for me to incorporate into this makeup look. That is very challenging for me. Normally when I go out, I stick to like really rich brown tones. I usually do like a smoky brown look, or if I want some color, I always go for orange or red. I just like the way that that looks with my eye color. And if I'm going a little bit more adventurous, then I'll go for purple. So she's chosen yellow. Like I said, this is way out of my comfort zone, but I think I can create some fun. I think I can create a fun look with it. So to start, we're going to do a little skincare. I'm going to use a Ole Hendrickson Banana Bright Eye Cream and then this E-Rush Brightening Gel Cream. And for lips, I'm going to start with the Summer Fridays Lip Balm. This is one of my favorite lip balms of all time. It's just so like soothing. I love it. It's really good. Okay, to start, we are going to start with eyebrows. I just like starting with eyebrows first because I feel like it really helps shape the face. I'm using the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in Brunette. So, brows are done. Actually, it's kind of more like just a rough draft. I usually go in and touch them up. I think we are going to start with the eyes. I think that's going to be the main focus. That's the only place that I'm going to be incorporating yellow because I won't be doing yellow blush or yellow lipstick, so we're just going to be incorporating into the eyes. And I honestly, like, I don't know what I want to do, to be honest. So I have the ColourPop California Love palette, and there is a yellow right here. It's called Sequoia. It's right there. It's a really beautiful shade. It's yellow, but it's like definitely like a warmer yellow. So I see that, so I think I might use that as my crease shade. That was the only yellow I actually had in my own personal collection. So I did purchase this Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette, only because I saw that there was a yellow in this too, and I didn't know if that one was going to be enough, so I wanted just to have another option. So the yellow right there is called Lemonade Craze. That's definitely brighter. So those are the technically only yellows I really have in my own collection. And then I did go ahead and buy a liquid eyeliner from NYX called Vivid Halo. So those are the yellows that we're working with. But I think the whole point of this challenge is to incorporate it into like a look that you would actually wear. This is supposed to be a fall date night look. This is something that you should feel good and sexy in. So I think I just need to start playing with colors. So what I do personally when I just need a little bit of inspiration, I just go ahead and swatch the colors. So that way I can see just really what I'm working with and how it's going to appear on my skin. Because the way it looks in the palette might not be the way it looks on my skin. So actually, to me, this is coming up a little bit more orange. You know what? I'm going to fix the lighting a little bit. I'm a little bit brighter now. It's starting to get dark, so if the light starts to shift a bit, that is why. Now I'm going to grab this Lemonade shade. That's more yellow toned. Together they look like mac and cheese. That's not good inspo. Okay, that's more vivid, so you can kind of see that I'm swatching right there. This is just for me to get inspiration of, like I said, what I think is going to look good together. I also have the Morphe palette right here. This one I believe is it's the 350 palette. I'm trying to use as much affordable makeup as I can. So there's no yellow, but there's a lot of gold in this palette. So let's see. I think I'm going to stick more to this palette right here. There's definitely more gold tones in this brown. I feel like I can come up with something with this look and the Morphe one. This lemonade one just isn't like calling to me yet. We'll see. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and start. And we'll just kind of go from there and see what we kind of just transform into. So, to prime my eyes, I'm just taking the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I always use concealers to, I always use concealers as a base for my eyeshadow. I feel like it helps blend the eyeshadow a lot easier when you have a base. And then I set it with the Charlotte Tilbury Pressed Powder. I think this is the most expensive item in this makeup look, but it's worth every penny. This powder is just so finely milled. It's just so beautiful and always makes your skin look so flawless. It is definitely worth the price point. I actually have to pick up another one soon. Swatch a couple more shades in this palette just to see what I want to come up with. Okay, so right here we definitely have some more yellow gold tones in here. These are better complementing that Sequoia color originally from the ColourPop palette. So I kind of feel like I can do something with that and then deepen it up with maybe this Highway 1 color. That's really pretty. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then there's this other color right here. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. That's pretty too. Okay, now I feel more inspired, and I think we might only have to use this palette. I'm going to try to only use this palette right here. That way this look doesn't like incorporate a lot of palettes and whatnot. This, I love ColourPop because of the price point. It's so affordable. It's definitely become my favorite brand of the year too because, like I said, it's just affordable. And the pigment is just insane. You guys can see right there. It's crazy. I love it. Okay. I say let's just dive in because I am nervous. But it's makeup. It should be fun. We're going to have fun with it. And let's see what we can come up with. Okay. So, just to start carving out my eye shape, I'm going to take the Bay. It's just a really faint nude, right? It's just like this very faint like brown shade. It probably won't even like pull up too much on my eye. This is just gonna just kind of start carving out my eye shape. I always like to do this first. I usually do it with bronzer, but the bronzer I have would be a little too dark for this. Now that I kind of feel like I just kind of gave a shape to my eye, you know, I am going to take this color first because this is the brighter one. I'm going to lay this down first and then top it with Sequoia. So we will need two palettes for this look after all. Actually, this one's like, I don't feel like this one's really even appearing on my skin too much. So this color does take a while to blend up. To me, it's still not even appearing that yellow, to be honest. And I'm like really packing it on. To me, it's just kind of like fading into my skin. It has brightened it up a bit. But I'm, like I said, I'm really packing it on. So it's just more like a really faint yellow. Okay, so now let's go in with Sequoia. This color is very pigmented, so be careful. There we go. That's more yellow, brightening it up. Now that I'm saying it again, I don't think you need this palette. Probably I would probably just actually go in with this because this is the brighter yellow. And definitely give you more color payoff. That's just an extra step. I honestly don't think you really need it. And I'm actually going to bring this color down into my lid and just buff it all over the place. We're going to be layering, and I think we're going to be adding a lot of sparkle to this. So it's okay to bring it down to your lid. Okay, you can see we definitely are going yellow. To me, it's like, it's throwing me off because it looks a little bit mac and cheese-ish, which is my fault. We're gonna work with it though. That's just what it's looking like to me, so it's throwing me off a bit, I have to admit. Gentri, you're probably gonna laugh when you're watching this because I'm just so thrown off. Like, yellow was a challenging color. Okay, so now I am going to go in. You know what, I think I'm gonna start deepening it up a bit in the outer corner right here. I just think it needs some dimension. I think that's why it's throwing me off a bit. So I'm going to take, I think first I'm going to take Gold Rush. It's kind of like this mulberry brown color right here. And I'm just going to stick this on the corner. Also, to me, I don't want this look to look like a sunset. I feel like sometimes like when you work with yellow and orange, it can easily like just remind you of a sunset. Or if you're me, it's reminding you of mac and cheese color. So I'm just trying to, that's really what I'm trying to avoid, is it looking like a sunset. So I just don't want to do that. But to deepen it up, we're going to be adding more brown into the look. So I don't feel like we'll get there. Okay, I feel like that added some good dimension to our eyes. Now I feel like I'm going to deepen it up even more, really sticking really to the outer corner. I'm going to grab Highway 1. Now I'm going to go back in with the Sequoia color and just really blend everything together. I just don't want to use that. I don't want to lose that yellow tone. So I'm just going back in and really blending everything together. Now I still feel like I actually want to go in a little bit deeper. So I'm going to take Mission right here. It's this deep, rich brown. So pretty. I'm going to stick that on the outer corner too. Yeah, there we go. Just going to give it some dimensions. That's really going to make it a little bit more sultry, a little bit more sexy. That's actually really pretty. Now I think we're going to start going in with the gold. Again, I think once I put the gold back in, it's going to bring out more of the yellow. I think I'm going to use my finger. I'm like notorious for using my fingers, especially when it comes to like these metallic shades. Let's see. Let me try. I'm going to try with a brush first, but I think I'm going to go in with my finger. So I'm going to take this color Cruising right here. And really pack that in. So far I think that's really attractive. I think it's very pretty. Now I'm gonna take, let me see, what does this color look like? This is Diego. I actually think I'm gonna take Surfrider right here. I'm going to focus that more in the center just to kind of blend into the darkness. Yeah, actually that looks really nice. I just didn't want it to look like a big chunk of yellow on my eye. So this is a good like medium, because there's definitely some brown and orange tones in this metallic color right here. So it's blending really beautifully with the yellow gold. Now, this is, you know what? I might save this for the inner corner. I was going to go in on this with my, on my lid. I think I might brighten it up under here. You know what? I'm going to save this color. So I'm going to leave it like this, but I am going to go back in with Highway right here and make sure I just blend it out a bit. And just take your time blending, because you don't want to lose any of these colors. They're just so pretty. So just really take your time with a light hand and blend. I can't have it. I think I'm going to use my fingers. I'm going to grab Cruising and really pop this into the inner corner right there. Just because I feel like that helps make it pop just a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to take my NYX Professional Retractable Eyeliner in the color Bronze and just tightline my upper lid. And then now I'm going to prep my lashes for false lashes. So we're just going to add some mascara. So this is just the Essence Lash Princess. I'm just going to do a couple coats. Okay. While the lashes are drying, I'm going to start prepping my face. Oh, I should say priming my face. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Putty Primer and just really focus this on the center of my face. And then I like going in with the Ole Henriksen Banana Face Primer. This just gives you a little bit more of a glowy complexion. But usually what I like is that I focus it more on the outer sides of my face, and I don't bring it in the end to the very end, just like a light layer of it. But I like focusing it on the outer parts of my face. Okay. Now we are going to put on lashes. Okay, next we're going to do lashes. I'm just taking the Ardell double wispy lashes. I lost the box. I actually wore these yesterday, so I'm just reusing them. And that's actually what I like about Ardell lashes. I usually can get about 2 to 3 uses out of them. So this is only my second use. So all I do is I just peel off the glue on top gently. And they're good to go. Okay, lashes are on. You can see they're really wispy. I love them. So now we're going to go back to face. I'm going to be taking the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. And I'm just going to be taking my Real Technique sponge and putting that on my face. Now for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to focus this on the inner corner right here. And then I have a blemish, a big one of course right there and right here. And then I'm taking the ColourPop No Filter Concealer and finishing up my face with that. We are looking white, don't worry. I'm going to contour and really bronze up the skin. So I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick. I just use shades darker than me. I'm using Toffee right now, and I'm going to use this just to contour my face. Okay, so you can see we definitely warmed up our face. Now we are going to set it. So I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury powder. Now I'm taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay palette, and I'm going to take the shade Terracotta right here, and this is what I'm going to use to warm up my skin. So now that face is bronzed and contoured, I'm going to take ColourPop She's in Bold. It's definitely mixed, kind of like, it's definitely more red. Kind of like a dark, to me it reminds me like a burnt terracotta. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. And then I'm going to take the color Drop of a Hat by ColourPop. This just has a little bit more sheen to it, and I like using this as like a blush topper. And I'm going to go back in and blend everything. At this point, I do like to go back in and touch up my eyebrows. And I'm going to tight line my upper lash line with the NYX Epic Liner. This is just to get rid of like that eyelash line from the false lashes. Not get rid of your eyelash line, just from the false lashes. Okay, so we're going to finish off our eyes. I'm going to do the lower lash line. So I think I'm going to start with Sequoia and start buffing this. I'm going to drag it pretty low, and I'm going to kind of frame my inner tear duct right here with it too. Now that we have that base, I actually really like this Gold Rush color. Like, it's kind of like this burnt mulberry color, and I'm going to really keep that really more like close to my lash line because I don't want that yellow to fade underneath. I'm going to go back in with that Sequoia color and blend both of them together. Now I'm going to take that Highway color, just a little bit of a deeper brown, and this I'm going to really just focus more on the outer corner of my lower lash line. I don't want to bring it all the way in. I really like how that looks. That's actually really pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for it. I want to take El Capricorn, which is like this very metallic, it's actually glitter shade right here, but I think I'm gonna stick with Cruising first and put this more on the inner corner, and then I'm gonna grab the glitter shade right here, El Capitan. This has some fallout to it, so just be careful. And I'm gonna just stick that on the bottom. Just to kind of give it some glitter, give it some funness. Now, I always go in with waterproof bottom mascara. This is the Lash Princess one, but it's just on waterproof, and I'm just going to coat my lashes on the lower lash line. Now, while bottom mascara is drying, I'm going to go in with my highlight. This is Flexitarian by ColourPop. And just highlight. I always like to go down the bridge of my nose. So for lips, I'm actually going to go in with ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the color 951. And yes, I overdraw my lips, even though they are already big naturally, but I do. Then we're going to take this liquid lipstick in the color Know It All. Oh, much better. I got so much better. I needed to be a little bit deeper. That first one was just a little too bright. Okay, guys, we are almost done. One last step, and of course, I cannot find it. Let's see. Found it. We're going to take that same NYX bronze color and then just tightline the lower lash line. Okay, guys, this is the final look. I love the way that it turned out. As you guys saw in the beginning, I was super intimidated by using yellow. That was a challenge for me, Gentri. My goodness, that was a challenge, but I think I actually really like how I incorporated the gold with it. I really feel like that just helped the whole look pop. And I think it's great not just for a date night. I actually really like this look for any fall activity. It's very fall appropriate if you ask me. Don't forget to check out Gentri's channel. I will leave a link down below along with her Instagram. I chose the color purple for her to use. I already know she's going to kill it. She's already a makeup artist. She's going to kill it. I'm so excited to see what she comes up with. So if you like this video, we'll give it a thumbs up. And in the comments down below, tell me the next makeup look you guys want to see. I think the next one I'm going to be filming is my Thanksgiving look. So hopefully you guys are into that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!